या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना.
Dear student, good morning to everybody. I welcome you my English class today. Before beginning the topic, I shall ask you some questions. Have you ever written a letter to God? And did you ever come across someone writing a letter to God? तुमे केबे भगवान को चिठीटे लिखिछ कि और किंबा कहीं लिखिथिबार देखिछ कि? The answer of these two questions is certainly not, because we do not know the address of the God. But people believe that faith can move mountains. So we should believe, we should have faith in God, because God is omniscient. Bhagavan housante sarvagyata. There is a name of God that is antarjami. अर्थात भगवान समस्त हृदय कथा जानी पारती. He knows everything what is happening in his creation. Now we shall read a topic named a letter to God. Dear students, before entering the topic, you should know about the author of the topic. You know, Gregorio Lopez Fuentes was a Mexican novelist. Mexico desara औपन्यासिक. The Mexican, a people of Mexico. Novelist, औपन्यासिक, poet and journalist, Sambhadik. Fuentes, writing at the age of 15. Many of his books are related to the civil conflict, Gruha Juddha. His stories are exciting, romanchaka and humorous, vyangatmaka, hasya rasa yukta. He was awarded the National Prize of Arts and Science in 1935. Now, you know about the writer of the topic, author of the topic, Gregorio Lopez Fuentes. So, this topic, a letter to God, was written by Gregorio Lopez Fuentes. This topic delicately poses how an innocent farmer had strong faith in God, writes a letter to God asking for some money. When his crops fell, does the letter reach God? Does God send him money? Read the story. Now we read the story and know how the story progresses. Dear student, now you open your book and read the text. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. From this height, one would see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour or at least northeast is south. Throughout the morning, Lencho, who knew his field intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Now we are really going to get some water, O man. The old man who was preparing supper replied, Yes, God willing. The older boys were working in the fields, while the smaller ones were playing near the house, until the old man called to them all, Come for dinner. It was during this meal that, just as Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. And when he returned, he exclaimed, There are not raindrops falling from the sky, they are new kinds. The big drops are tens and pieces, and the little ones are fives. Dear student, you should know the difficult words of this topic, these paragraphs. Entire, whole, sampurna. Crest, top of, shirshadasya. Corn, cross, sasya. Dotted with, scattered over, ede. Harvest, end, amala. Promised, offered, ପ୍ରତିଶ୍ରୁତି ଦେଉଥିଲା. Needed, required, ଆବଶ୍ୟକ କରୁଥିଲା. At least, ଅତି କମରେ. Down, pure, heavy rain. Down pure, heavy rain. प्रबल वर्षा. Sware, धारावाहिक वर्षा. Intimately, ଭଲ ଭାବରେ, closely. Super, ହାଲକା ରାତ୍ରି ଭୋଜନ. Preparing, ପ୍ରସ୍ତୁତ କରିବା. God willing, ଭଗବାନ ଚାହିଁଲେ. Predicted, ପୂର୍ବାନୁମାନ. Approaching, ମାଡ଼ି ଆସିବା. Exclaimed, surprised, ଆଶ୍ଚର୍ଯ୍ୟ. Now, read the book vividly. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. From this height, one would see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. ଘରଟା ସେଇ ଉପତ୍ୟକା ମଧ୍ୟରେ ଏକୁଟିଆ ଘର ଥିଲା, ଯାହାକି ଗୋଟେ ନୂଆଣିଆ ପାହାଡ଼ର ଶୀର୍ଷ ଦେଶରେ ଥିଲା. From this height, one would see the river and the field of ripe corn. ଜଣେ ସେହି ସ୍ଥାନରୁ ଦେଖିପାରିବ ନଦୀ ଏବଂ field of ripe corn, ପାଚିଲା ଫସଲର କ୍ଷେତ, ଯାହାକି dotted with flowers and always promised a good harvest, ଯାହା ଫୁଲରେ ପରିପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଥିଲା ଏବଂ ଭଲ ଅମଳ ଦେବାର ପ୍ରତିଶ୍ରୁତି ଦେଉଥିଲା. The only thing the earth needed was a down pure. କେବଳ ଫିଲ୍ଡ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲା, ପୃଥିବୀ ଚାହୁଁଥିଲା ଖୁବ୍ ଭଲ ଅସରାଏ ବର୍ଷା କିମ୍ବା ଧାରାବାହିକ ବର୍ଷା. Throughout the morning, Lencho, who knew his field intimately, ସକାଳ ସାରା ଲେଞ୍ଚୋ ଯିଏ ତା ଫିଲ୍ଡ କି ଭଲ ଭାବରେ ଜାଣିଥିଲା, had done nothing else, ସେ ଆଉ କିଛି କରୁନଥିଲା, but see the sky towards the northeast, ଉତ୍ତର ପୂର୍ବ ଦିଗ ଆକାଶକୁ ସେ ଅନଉଥିଲା. We are really going to get some water, oh man. ଲେଞ୍ଚୋ କହିଲା ତା ସ୍ତ୍ରୀକୁ ଯେ ଆମେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ କିଛି ପାଣି ପାଇବା. The woman who was preparing supper replied, जो ସ୍ତ୍ରୀ ଲୋକଟି ରାତ୍ରି ଭୋଜନ ପ୍ରସ୍ତୁତ କରୁଥିଲା ଉତ୍ତର ଦେଲା, Yes, God willing. जदि भगवान चाहिए. The older boys were working in the field. बड़ा बड़ा पिला माने कृषि क्षेत्र में काम करते. And the little one, smaller ones were playing near the house. घर पाखरे खेलुଥିଲେ छोट छोट पिला माने. Until the woman called to them all come to supper. तांकु रात्रि भोजन ପାଇଁ ଡାକିବା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ. It was during the meal that just as Lencho had predicted. रात्रि भोजन खाइबा समय लेंचोर पूर्वानुमान भଳି अनुसारे the big drops of rain began to fall. बड़ा बड़ा वर्षा टपा पड़िबा को आरंभ कला. In the northeast huge mountains of clouds. Northeast उत्तर पूर्व दिगरे पर्वत आकार रे बड़ा बड़ा मेघखंड देखा. The air was fresh and sweet. शीतल ठंडा पवन बहिला. The man went out, no other reason. Lencho अन्य कौनसी कारण पे नहीं. Then to have pleasure of feeling the rain on his body, से बाहर को चली गला टिके वर्षार आनंद नवा पाए. When he returned, जेतेबेले से फेरिला, he exclaimed, से आश्चर्य होला. There are not raindrops falling from the sky. एटा वर्षा पानी तो आकाश रू पडुनी. There are new coins. एउडा सब होची नुवा मुद्रा. The big drops of rain 10 cent pieces. बड़ा बड़ा ठोपा 10 cent and छोटो छोटो ठोपा 5 ones 5 cent बोली लेंचो आश्चर्य प्रकाश कर कहला. To know the paragraph well, now you have to answer the questions. First question, who was Lencho? You should know, my dear students, Lencho was an innocent farmer. Next question, where did Lencho live? Lencho lived at the top of a low hill. What was the only one in the entire valley? The only one in the entire valley was Lencho's house. Lencho ro ghar kevalo gotiye ghar thila. Next, what was dotted with flowers? Lencho's cornfield was ripe cornfield was dotted with flowers. What did promise a good harvest? You look the paragraph and answer the questions. The ripe cornfield dotted with flowers promised a good harvest. What did Lencho cornfield always promise a good harvest? What did Lencho's cornfield always promise? Lencho's cornfield always promised a good harvest. How did Lencho know his field? Lencho knew his field intimately, very closely, nibida bhagare. What did Lencho see throughout the morning? Lencho was seen throughout the morning the sky towards northeast. Next question, what was the only thing the earth needed? The earth needed the only thing was a downpour or at least a shower. Downpour means heavy rain. Shower means continuous rain. What was next question? What was the Lencho's wife doing then? Lencho's wife was preparing supper then. Supper means Ratri Bhojan. Next question, whom did Lencho inform about his predication? Lencho informed his wife about his predication. Yes, God willing. Who is the speaker? Who said this? Lencho's wife said this. What were the older boys doing? The older boys were working in the field at that time when the rain was falling from the sky. What were the smaller boys doing? The smaller boys were playing near the house. What could be seen approaching? A huge mountain of clouds could be seen approaching in the northeast sky. How was the air then? Before the rain, the air was fresh and sweet. What did began to fall at that time? The big drops of rain began to fall from the sky in this time. Why did Lencho go out? Lencho was very much happy. So Lencho went out, have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. What did he consider the raindrops? What did Lencho consider the raindrops? Lencho considered the raindrops as new coin. Lencho considered the big drops as 10 pieces and 10 cent of pieces, and considered the small raindrops as 5 cent of pieces. Dear students, now today's English class is over. Thank you all for watching my English class. Next time we read the next stanza. Now, thank you all.